Hey, replay players and watchers, it's Ann here. I wasn't expecting to jump on this morning, but I was thinking about something, so I wanted to share it with you. Hey guys. Hey, being happy. We are not going to do our top 3 today. That's generally why I come on at this time of the morning. I'm going to try to get myself situated here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Deborah. Hey, little yellow couch. Now I'm seeing people come on. I'm sorry if I missed you or anything, because I do have my, I kind of have my whole situation set up. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Ihana. Chaotic Blessing. Gaia's B-Girl. Brandy. Michelle. Awesome. Nice to meet you all. So we're actually going to be talking about something. Hey, Josh. Good morning. So this is an interesting one, and I feel like lately I've been getting marketing lessons out in the world and on Periscope and just by watching how other people do their thing. So whether you know it or not, and I'm going to go through all this stuff. Actually, before I get started, we are going to cover 5 ways you might be connecting with your audience and marketing your business. And should you stick to one lane? Should you move to others? And if you know anybody who might be interested in hearing this, you know, that you suspect is kind of struggling to figure out how they should be marketing their business, this is going to be a quick scope just to kind of go over these things and actually the danger of only sticking to one. So for those of you who are just joining me, my name is Ann Samoylov. I am a launch boss. I help people bring their ideas out of their head into some tangible form, whether that's a business, a new service, or new online course. I work with so many different people, but essentially getting those ideas into tangible form so that you can then offer them to the right people. And then I help you with the launch. My signature program, the one that I've been doing since 2012, is called Fearless Launching. You can find me over at annsamoylov.com. And I would love it if you'd visit me over there, see what's going on. And again, I know, but first of all, I wanted to say the Periscopes, I know I can do horizontal, but I don't have my setup right for that. So I'm not going to do it yet. If you know people who could use a little help connecting with their peeps, connecting with their audience, or maybe they've thought something was working and it actually hasn't been, this definitely is the scope to share. So I'm going to go into those 5 things in just a minute, but I do want to say hi to everybody again. I did see some other names come on. Did I see Hillary Rubin pop in here? I may have. And someone got Nutella hearts. How exciting. Awesome. Well, I won't be on too long. I've got an interview to do in just a few minutes. Hey, lady. But I think and I think Hillary, you'll love this, by the way. So, okay, so first I want to tell you that I notice how people do things. This is just, I'm like this curious detective type person. So if I sense someone's doing something really specific that goes, makes me feel kind of gross about something, I then go into, well, why am I thinking that way? Is what they're doing necessarily bad? Is there some way that they could be doing it better? And one thing I noticed is that people get stuck in the rut of playing like a specific role with their audience. Like, for instance, my role might be that I am very mothering naturally. That's what I do. I'm a mom, so it's very natural for me to mother, be a friend with my audience, be someone who's like a close friend. But even I have to break out of that, because to be a good leader, to be a business owner where people respect you, you do need to take on some other roles, like you have to be a resource. And anyways, I'm going to go through those 5 things. But the thing that really stuck out to me was that I see a lot of people, and this has been over, not even just today that I realize this, but it's happened for a while, when I notice people leading or teaching with fear. And yes, it's a common thing. People, you know, hit your fear button and then you buy. That's something that people have been selling using fear forever. Politicians use fear. Lots of different people use fear-based things to get people to do what they want, whether it's buying a product or, signing on to work with them or just building their audience. So let's go into the 5 ways, and I will talk a little bit more about this fear thing. So you might be connecting with your audience by saying, okay, I'm going to protect these people. So I'm going to tell them the risks. But if you get stuck in the rut of saying, here's the risk, protect yourself, here's the risk, protect yourself, that's all you are to them, is like, you're like an anxiety raiser to them. And I feel like you're missing out on the opportunity to mix it up with the 4 other ways that you can lead and be, you know, a more responsible, I think everybody's a teacher, so you can be a more responsible teacher and force in the world. So fear is one of those ways you might connect with people. And this is specifically the one that I noticed this morning. I was just like, dude, this person has got to stop it already. And number 2, you might be the person who inspires people. You like to inspire people. Maybe you put up quotes all the time. Maybe you like to give people that hope that there is something that they can achieve. That's great too. But if all you're doing is pumping people up without the action, without other things, then that's going to fall flat eventually. You could have some fear, you can have some inspiration, but you shouldn't have one or the other. The other one is maybe you are a resource. Maybe you are someone people come to, and that's what you do. You like provide resources, solid step-by-step. That's amazing too. But people need a little break from that once in a while. And this is, I feel like it goes back to kind of like, I guess like productivity 101. You can't be constant. Oh, actually a good example is when companies go into like this sprint mode, but they're always sprinting. If you're a runner and you're sprinting, there's going to be time when you're going to have to go, and then you're going to run again. There's got to be rest in between. So being a how-to all the time might actually get exhausting for your people. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be that resource they come to, but you need to build in breaks, not only for your audience, but for yourself. And then like me, you might be the friend. The person is like, hey, I've been there. I'm with you. I'm going through it now. Let's do this together. That's great too. But as number 5 is actually being an example for people. Sometimes, just like being a mom, you can't be the friend all the time. You have to be the example. You have to allow yourself to step up a little bit more, be that extra, you know, be that step ahead for people so they, can still be inspired. So they can be like, wow, okay, she's still my friend, but I can see where she's gotten now, you know. So being that friend and example, that's a kind of balance. That's a back and forth. And I'm telling you these things because honestly, yeah, you know, I just feel like it's dangerous to rule by fear, lead just with inspiration, lead just with how-tos, lead just with their friendship and camaraderie, and lead only by example. I mean, if there's anything that I think is important, it's leading by example, but you don't have to share every single fall along the way. Like, here's what I did. You can be picky about what you do in these areas. And I do think it's important to have a range of those things that you're sharing with people. I definitely think that if you are leading by fear, if that's all you're sharing, I just don't think that that's you're not giving your audience a chance to really get to know all parts of you, because I'm sure that you're not running your life maybe you are running it by fear. A lot of people do. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you sense that maybe you're doing one or more of those things? Do you sense that perhaps you are talking too much, being just inspiring but no action, or just a friend but no example? Love to know what you think about this. This is just on my mind this morning. I figured I'd jump on. Okay, no one's mind? All right, everyone. Well, I just wanted to share that little nugget that was in my head this morning, and I hope that you do take the opportunity to to think about how you're leading and to mix it up. Really mix it up. Don't be scared to be just, you might choose, you know what, this month I just got to be inspiration. Or next, maybe you have themes every single month where you kind of shift a little bit every single month. You don't have to be everything to everyone all the time. So it doesn't mean you have to do anything fear-based. You might choose zero fear here. This is all about empowerment, how to, but you don't have to be all of these ways, by the way. But I do think if you're choosing fear, then you should also choose example, how to, and not focus so much. Kind of like dampen that fear a little bit. So if you guys want to talk to me more about this, I'd love it if you'd visit me over at AnnSamoilov.com. And there's lots of free resources over there. I am updating that. I've got like 2 things that I've scheduled for myself to get up in the shop that are free resources, more for you guys, because I know that there's a lot of people who have been like downloading everything. I can see that. So I want to make sure that I give you plenty of things to go back for. But take this with you today. And just ask yourself, how are you leading? How are you marketing your business? Is it with one thing? Can you mix it up? And then, what's going to happen as a result of you mixing it up? And share that with us. Maybe if you head on over to my Periscope that's going to be tomorrow, where we talk about our top 3, maybe you'll have 3 actions you're going to take tomorrow that actually help you mix it up. All right? Have a wonderful day. I got to get going to my interview, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.